Now, I also want to talk to you about a different topic right now. I might go and lay down because it's around noon, about 12 or 5 p.m. Now, I remember seeing the movie The Valley of the Dolls, right? Right. And in the movie, one of the girls gets knocked up by one of the guys, but he winds up getting paralyzed and stuff like that, too, right? But she also aborts the child, which, that's more acceptable now than then, but that was sort of uh, something you might can do. It depends on your situation and the times, right? Well, the thing is, some children you might need to do that with, and some children you might not, right? That's up to how the child learns themselves. Now, I learned in my own mind that rape was wrong. You don't do that to any female. And you don't ever not stop if they say no. Even if you think it's in, you're making out and you keep asking her and she keeps saying no. You're not sure what she means, so you stop because she's confusing you. Right? I had that happen with a girl I met through my friend Myron. Right? She kept saying no and I was confused, right? So I stopped, right? That's why that didn't go through, right? But again, the thing is, I also felt like I was taking advantage of her because I was still married and things like that. But was a different situation. And again, I knew I was still in the Navy, and like the girl from Effingham who I tried to be with before I joined the Navy, I got hard for her, but I didn't feel right about having sex with her and then going into the Navy, right? Things like that, right? So I was just trying to wait for marriage. Like, at the school dances, whenever a girl would dance with me, I get the boner, right? No problem, or I make out with a girl down by the river, right? I get a boner. And even at the beach, right? I got a boner with a girl I met down there too, right? Now again, nothing happened then, right? No weird behavior, no unusual behavior till that car accident. Then it got a little weird. That's why I also went and made sure at Great Lakes everything was okay with me psychologically and neurologically first. First you got to make sure you're working right before you can work with others, right? That's all I was trying to do. I was having the mild sleeping problem. Now, the times I slept, I guessed that because you don't know how long you're asleep, Dr. Weinrep. I don't know. But they could have been shorter periods of time, like a minute or two. I don't really remember, but if they were often, right, and I'm nodding in and out, right, trying to fight it too, right, you know what I mean there too, right. Now, that also might explain why, since the test itself, Dr. Gaffney was in the afternoon more than the morning, right, I could have, been well rested the night before, and like I told you, the problem wasn't normal sleep. The problem was when I was on watches or unusual things like that, right? I tried to tell you that too, but I guess I didn't communicate that well. Mm-hmm. Right. That's not your fault. I didn't know exactly what symptoms you were looking for, and again, I didn't know exactly what to say to you either, because I was just trying to make sure I could function well in the military, right? But I did fall asleep, at least for 5-10 minutes, I don't know, right? If each test was 30 minutes and I fell asleep 15 minutes, I don't know. That could be a sign of something, either insomnia or hypersomnia, or maybe a little bit of narcolepsy, but not full narcolepsy, I don't know, right? Now, you also didn't know how long I fell asleep there, right? You said I fell asleep in one of 5 tries, but not how long. But anyway, now the girl who got pregnant, though, was talked into the abortion. Now, what I hate is the way the female talked her into it and put down the male, right? And again, how else can babies get here but through a female, right? Even if you use a hospital and put sperm in your vagina, you still need a male. You still need a male, or at least sperm. Or you can't produce babies either. You understand that? Lesbian, straight, or hermaphrodite, there's only one way to reproduce, and a hermaphrodite needs a womb as well, and then they can have babies. And then females can have babies, and with a male. It's the only way you can reproduce, right? Now, the thing is, though, you have to treat each other differently, too, right? Now, another thing I want to point out to Wendy Williams, the guy who hugged you, Gilbert Godfrey, is short, right? Now, does he not know you hug on your show, right? Yeah. And he might have just turned his head into your chest because what? His head was in your chest. His head was already in your chest. It'd be like Kevin Hart, right? Now, Kevin Hart might not do the same thing because maybe he heard what happened with you and Gilbert any more about it than Gilbert did, right? Because it seemed like a blindsided Gilbert that you didn't have a problem with it, right? There are two. Now, I don't condemn you because I understand you have mixed emotions and now you're mad, right? Well, again, usually if you bring something up to a comedian and you say something bothers you, they usually try to deal with it positively, right? I'm sure Al, even though he might have to relieve his seat today from the Senate, right, because of Confucius' behavior he did when he was younger, right, before he joined the Senate, right, it's like, what book? Senate and Congress? Orwell! 1984! It's what? 2017. You're just 3 centuries late. I mean, a little over 3,500 years late. That you're actually getting there where ethics is more important to you than running the country, right? Kicking poor Al out of his office, right? Of senator, making you have to elect someone else too, right? And what if Roy don't get elected, right? He might not, right? Same problem there, except you can't prove either allegation either that it was done the same way. Like I said, kissing someone, right, on the lips, right, can be taken one of two ways. And it depends on if you knew the kiss was coming, but you thought something different than what Al thought, right? And that's what a failure to communicate. Minds did not merge there, right? That's all. Now, who makes a big deal out of a kiss? You would call her not just a feminist, but a bitch, right? And that's what most people would call her. She's a bitch because if you just tried to kiss her, was about, this far away. Can you tell if I'm touching the thing there? That close away? No, it's just in front. It looks like I could be. But am I? Is there any proof? No, you can't tell. You can't tell. My hand is just in front of the speaker, right? You are becoming the government Orwell warned about, America. Your ethnic cleansing of the Senate is crazy. It's crazy. For things that happened in 2006, I don't know, years ago, before Al even became a senator. Now, I'm not defending the confusion either way. Both were doing something that they misconstrued what was going on, right? And it's not like we don't know the concept of kissing the girl from even The Little Mermaid, which is for kids, right? Kiss the girl. Things like that. No. Now, if you want to get rid of Al, just get rid of Al. Then we can stop you from doing that. That's what it looks like you're doing, right? And that's what she, woman, man hater, right? Now, in The Little Rascals, it was he, man, woman hater, right? Now it's what? She, woman, man hater. She, woman, man hater, right? See, we got to learn to get along on this planet, because what are you going to do? Blow everyone to hell, including the females? Or what are you going to do about having babies? You won't be able to have any, right? A female cannot produce a child. Now, a hermaphrodite might could, but again, you still have to have sex with a hermaphrodite if you're into that. That's fine, right? But you need at least something that's half male and half female, or fully male and female, and that's sort of the confusion we're having today, right? Now, I'm not talking totally about transgendered either. They feel they want to become the opposite sex, but cannot, right? Medically. And DNA-wise, right? Now, they might even have an extra chromosome, right? An extra Y or an extra X. I don't know. Or an XY from the father or an X from the mother. You can have up to 2 X's and a Y, right? Which means you're too feminine, right? And if you're too feminine, you still got to behave yourself, though. You cannot rape anyone, male or female, all right? Or hermaphrodite, all right? And that's what I mean. Now, you can't say that the concept of a hermaphrodite is outside of society either. The Greeks were thinking about it, the Hindus, the Buddhists, alright. Now, the only ones who don't are the Christians, the Muslims, and the Jews, alright. Yeah, if you read deeper into their body of work, too, they do suggest the concept of a hermaphrodite, right? As being part of the human race anyway. Because you gotta what? Dig deep. Dig deep. See what I mean? Right. Anyone can read the surface layer of no, I'm not BTJ. You kill yourself, BTG. You're a fucking moron. Do I seem suicidal to me? No. I might not ever be suicidal. But you, on the other hand, cannot tell the difference between an accident where you're locked out of your room. There's not many options to even get into the room, and you're waiting to go get dressed and go out for the evening, and you're still in a pair of pants but no shirt because you got to go down to the hall to the bathroom. Right? That ain't your fucking business, asshole. Fuck you. You see, I will kick your candy ass one day if I see you man to man. I dare you to come to my house unarmed and fight me one-on-one. That's all, asshole. Fight me like a man. Not a coward with a weapon. Anyone with a weapon can kill anyone, unless God's on their side or something, you know what I mean? And I think he's on my side there too. So if you want to kill yourself, quit asking me to kill myself, because it won't happen, buddy. Go to hell. Your God, Satan, is waiting when you kill yourself. I never will.